And then as I lift up my foot, I can close the chute, but if I barely press down on the pedal, it'll let more water in without opening the chute.
Okay.
Other than that, always use 1 or 2 ply toilet paper. Anything that says septic safe or RV safe is good in a camper. And then always use the toilet chemical that we sell. We sell tablet or liquid chemical. It drops down there, helps break down solids, smells, toilet paper, all that stuff. So make sure you use it every time you dump your trailer. Come back in here, put some chemical and water down the toilet, and you're good to go.
Yeah, I got the valve sealant stuff you're supposed to put on in the fall.
Yeah. And you got some storage here, good for towels. And you got your medicine cabinet. Toothbrush holder, Dixie cup holder. You got GFI outlet here, so your resettable outlet. And then an on and off switch. They give you another soap holder and some storage down below there.
Good.
And then you do have an exhaust fan in here, so you can crank this bad daddy open. And this does have a max air cover on it. So this
The other
means,
one doesn't, does it?
right.
Okay.
So this means this one can stay open in the rain, this one can stay open during travel, doesn't matter. It lets air out, doesn't let anything back in. And then you do have your on button here, so you can hit the on button. And it's got 4 speeds, so every time you hit the on button, you're going up a speed. But these things are worth their weight in gold. This will cool the trailer down. I had 2 ancient air conditioners on my motorhome. I took those off and replaced them with these. And if I crank them open, turn them on high, and crack a couple windows, I'll notice a 10 or 15 degree difference inside my rig.
Wow.
So they're awesome. And I like these because they run off the trailer battery. So if you are doing some boondocking or dry camping where you're not going to have electricity to run the air conditioning, you can crank this on and it'll at least help move some air in here and you're not feeling so stuffy. And I like fresh air. It's very nice to have. Any questions on the inside?
I don't have any, do you?
Nope.
We can walk around the outside, go over all the fun stuff out there.
Hang on. Where is the where's the pump located?
So
the water pump?
On this one, I might have to run the water for a second so I can listen. It might be accessible outside because normally on Rockwoods they give you a nice sticker to show you where it is, and I haven't seen it in here, so it's probably outside access.
Okay.
Pumps on.
I know there's outside access to for winterizing it, but
Pump's quiet. Yeah, I can hear it. It's up here in this front corner, so you get to
okay.
it from outside.
So it's not something you have to access from.
No.
Is there anything like that you need to
No.
access from the inside?
No, everything's outside. Hot water heater access is outside.
I just shut it off.
Yeah, it was.
Because it sounds like it's just about out.
It was getting low. You guys want any water in the fresh water tank?
No.
Okay, because it's basically empty right now. So your awning's out all the way. Do you guys have a power awning on the last one?
Yep.
Okay. So when you put the awning out, what you're looking for is this flap right here. You want that flap hanging straight up and down with the ground. If you hold extend for too long on the awning, it'll wrap that flap up and around and it makes your main awning fabric too taut for wind. So you want to have some leeway for wind. The nice thing about this awning is it is a self-shedding awning. It's got those gas struts on each side of the awning assembly. So if it's out like it is right now and it starts raining, water's going to puddle up there. Once the water gets heavy enough, it's going to self-shed the water off and then go back to its normal position. But if you don't want it to do that, let's say it dumps water all over your head and it makes you angry, you could come over here, pull this bar down, and now I've got an angle for it to run off one side. So that way it won't puddle up there. And you could do that on both sides. It'll bring the awning a little closer to you so you can keep the sun out of your eyes, or to clean it. You know, now I can reach it a little bit easier. If I had a scrub brush, I can clean it. So it works really well. First, you do have your LED strip in your awning up there. You got your orange porch light. You got your outside speakers here. Here's your TV mount. So that TV inside, you just lift straight up, bring it out here, drop it in, and then they give you power and antenna for that right here, so you can watch TV outside. This is your track for your griddle. So your griddle mount sits here, and then the griddle sits on top of it, and your propane for it is going to be under here somewhere. They hit it pretty well right here. I'll give you a sticker here for it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's right there. It's like a quick connect for like an air compressor style fitting. Hot water heater's here. But open that, twist your clasp, it swings down. You got your pressure relief valve up top here. And then you got your drain plug down below. So if you were to winterize this thing yourself, the first thing you do on the whole trailer is come out here and open this pressure relief valve. Bunch of water's gonna come shooting out of there. Open this all the way. And once that's done dripping, that tells you you've relieved the pressure inside the tank. And now it's safe to take a socket to the drain plug and pull that out. 6 gallons of water will come jetting out of there. And then once you're done with that, just lay your drain plug in here sideways, go inside, and this is gonna be underneath your kitchen sink here in the corner cabinet. There's gonna be an access panel that you can take off to get to your bypass valves on the back side of the hot water heater.
That's what I was talking about.
Yep. So you'll have to get back there in the fall and the spring to turn those valves opposite way they are now. That way when you pump antifreeze through the rest of the system, you're not putting any antifreeze in here. This just stays open and dry for the winter.
Why does it say push to reset on there?
These are your igniter resets, so if it ever gave you grief lighting on electric or gas, you can come out here and press in those reset buttons and it'll reset the igniters, and then you're back
Push
in business.
both of them at the same time?
Yep. I've been here 10 years. I've never heard of anyone having to do that, but just in case.
Someone else.
Vent over the stove, so you can pop up on these tabs and it can breathe.
Okay.
And then when you're not using it, just press in and they'll click shut.
Press those in?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm too short to comfortably reach it. Before you leave here today, I'll shut it.
Okay.
You got storage here on this side. And there's your table. It comes with a metal prep table, so you can slap this. Maybe over here. Maybe your griddle would be better there because your propane's right there. But give you a nice prep table, so get your food going there. Your cranks are magnetized here. You've got this one does your power tongue jack on the front, and then the bigger one does your slide out. So if you ever had an issue with the slide and it won't come in, you can put this right through here and crank the slide, in and out.
What's up with that gasket?
Yeah, I see that. I'm gonna have them fix that for you.
All right.
Don't know what's going on there. You got a light in here. This looks like it needs to be re-glued, but yeah, we'll fix that before you leave here today.
Okay.
Solar on the side. So if you get a small solar panel, you can hook it up here, set it in the sunlight, and it's going to trickle charge the trailer battery. So if you do some boondocking, dry camping, that'd be nice to have. Your propane tanks are full right now, so they're good to go. And then you've got your battery box there. That is set up for 2 batteries. So there's room for another one, and it does come with the cables to connect them if you guys wanted to go with a second battery. Really only necessary if you are doing some boondocking or dry camping, but if most of the time you're going to be plugged in, just stay with 1 battery. And your battery disconnect switch is right here behind the propane tanks. So in front of the battery box and between the propane tanks, there's a big red kill switch. See it there?
Yeah.
So right now it's on, that means the battery's connected, but you can turn that switch and pull the whole key out, and that disconnects the entire battery. That way there's no parasitic draw from the battery back. So if you put this thing in storage for a month and then come back, put that key back in, your battery's where you left off, you're good to go. It's kind of a nice thing to have. And then you got your power tongue jack here. This goes up and down, and it's got a nice light on the front of it. And if you can take this grommet off here and you can crank the jack if it ever failed you.
Please plug it in and you're able to do that.
Coming around the front here, here's your city water in. So if you're going to hook up to water at a campsite, that's where you'd screw it in. Right here's your antifreeze. So when you're going to winterize, cut yourself a junk piece of garden hose, screw it. Set your jug of antifreeze right here. And then inside this compartment here, they give you this cabinet. So you would need a screwdriver. It takes off these 2 screws right here. This cabinet door will open and there will be your water pump and water filter. And on your pump, there's going to be a white valve. Right now it's in summer mode, so it's sucking water from the fresh water tank, like it should. But in the fall, you turn that valve, and now instead of sucking from the fresh water tank, the water pump's sucking right from this orifice. So you get yourself a junk piece of garden hose, put it into your jug of antifreeze right here, go inside, turn your pump on, and now you're sucking right from that jug of antifreeze. You just run all your taps till they run pink, and you're done.
But if we're using our city water connection, we don't turn on the pump. We
Right.
don't have to worry about any of that.
Right.
Because we have water on our property up
You
north.
just hook it up. I do recommend a water pressure regulator. So
Yep.
You don't,
Do you recommend hooking it up right there or at the water
Usually
source?
at the source.
That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, usually at the source. Some people put it here. It's up to you. And then right here you got your fresh water fill for the tank. So it's a gravity fill. Just put your hose in there. Once it's full, it's going to start spewing back out at you.
Do you guys have a? I was talking to a friend who takes her camper further north somewhere. They have a package in the winter or in the fall when you can bring it in, and it's winterized, and then the roof is resealed. Do you do it?
We do winterizations here. You know, we can do a roof inspection. A roof really doesn't need to be resealed every year.
Okay.
Especially on a new trailer like this, that's something 5-6 years down the road we want to have it inspected and resealed.
Okay.
But for the first few years, that roof should be perfectly fine. The only thing you got to do to it is clean it. So we sell a rubber roof cleaner and UV protector here you can use. I swear by it. But get up there once a year, scrub it clean, hose it off. The cleaner you keep the roof, the cleaner the whole trailer will be. Then you won't get those dark spots coming down
Streaks
the side.
coming down.
Streaks, yeah. Fresh water drain is there, so that's how you drain the fresh water tank, and it's open right now. That's how you close it.
That tank.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Then there's another one right here
That's your. That's going to be your black.
from the toilet.
Gray tank number 2. Yep, no, this is just for your kitchen gray water.
Okay.
Because your kitchen's right here. So that's your kitchen gray water. Your main dump is going to be on the back here. So this does your bathroom waste.
Okay.
So black on the right, that does your sewage. And then gray here, that does your shower water and sink water.
Okay.
So hook up your sewer hose, always pull the black first, all your sewage runs out. Once that's done, then you can pull the gray and all your gray water will rinse out your sewer hose from all that crud that just went through it. And then you do have a black tank flush behind the ladder there. So when you're at the dump station, they usually have a hose you can use. Plug it into that black tank flush, turn that on, and that's going to flush out the black tank, any stuck solids, toilet paper. It'll help clean the sensors inside the tank too. And then once you're done flushing it, undo that hose, close up these 2 valves, take your sewer hose and walk it down to your other dump for your kitchen water, and dump that real quick. And then you're good to go. Then I'd go back inside, flush some water down the toilet, put your chemical in, and it's ready to use whenever you go out again. Right here is your power cord. It's about a 30-foot power cord that just pulls straight out. There's your It does have the lock ring on it, so you can lock that on. That way if a kid comes running to your campsite and trips on your cord, it's not going to yank it out of the trailer. And then right here's your cable satellite in. Sewer hose will store in your back bumper here. License plate will hang. We check the air in your spare, it's good to go. You are prepped for the backup camera, so if you decide to use the backup camera, you're prepped for it. Outside shower with hot water. You do have a bike rack or accessory rack back here. It's just like a standard 2-inch hitch. So you can slide in any accessory you have. Ladder, it is a full walkable roof, so don't be afraid to get up there and clean it and inspect it. You know, I don't recommend 6 people up there watching a NASCAR race, but if it's just you 2 inspecting stuff, that's fine. Any questions on the outside?
You're gonna show us something about the gears on the slide outs.
Oh yeah, out here. So we sell 2 different kinds of lube for it. One's a lubrication for the mechanism underneath. So if you look under here, you can see all these gear teeth. So you got one bar here and you got a bar on the other side. I would spray these gear teeth all the way down thoroughly, and then as far into this assembly as you can where it goes into the frame rail. Just lubricate it like crazy. Spray it, you know, as much as you can, both bars. And that'll ensure every time it comes in and out, it's nice. And then we do sell a rubber seal conditioner for these rubber sweep seals. So you just spray it down, wipe it with a rag, and that'll condition the rubber, make it stay rubbery and pliable, that way it can't crack and dry out and leak.
How often do you recommend?
Once a year.
I'm sorry?
Once a year.
Both of those are on.
You got the slide toppers, which are nice. That, you know, not only will they keep debris on it, but it's also another layer of insulation. So it'll keep the trailer cooler in the summer, warmer in the winter, believe it or not.
Do you have any other questions for him? So this is the refrigerator.
Yeah, those are fridge vents. You should never have to take them off just for servicing the back side of the fridge if there's ever any issues with it.
I put some. I noticed the hot water heater already has a sort of a grill, a screen on it to prevent the bugs and stuff. I can't see into this really. Is that recommended for this too?
They're nice to have. They make them where it just kind of pops in here. It's like that mesh screen. So it's up to you if you want to get them. They are nice to have, but up here in Michigan, we don't really have a lot of issues with bugs like that. It's really down south Florida. You get those little no-see-ums and you know, those kind of things that we get in there. But
Okay.
it should be a nice trailer for you guys. I love these mini lights. They're